We as Muslims, we believe in something called predestination. God plans everything. It's by the grace of God that you are the President of the Republic of Kenya, the 5th President. This reality must dawn on everybody. Those who have not accepted this, I think are living in their own world. And you will be fighting God. And therefore, we want to ask you, we want to request you, as you have always done, and you know this group has always been abused because of different reasons. We shall never accept that particular scenario. Our government is this. This is the 5th President. This is the President the people of Kenya have chosen. This is the will of God. And therefore, any other imagination at this stage, you will be fighting your own Mecca. And you know you can't fight your own Mecca. So let's accept. In Parliament, I can assure you, and I speak here as the longest serving member of Parliament, policies that add value to our people, regardless of what somebody else thinks, will always be on our fingertips, and we will support it. And you know we fear nobody, we only fear Allah. So we will support, and that is our desire. And for you, when you plan, and I'm sure you're already planning, because some of the things that I'm seeing in the policy dispensations, hoping that some of the mandarins who have been derailing this will not have their way in derailing this in terms of policy discrimination. I'm sure in the next few years, the entire region, the entire country will see development in different phases. And I hope and pray that we'll have peace, we'll have good health, and we'll have that unity of purpose that will hold our country together, because elections come and go, but Kenya as an entity will remain. And I want to conclude by saying this. God had a purpose. When, in the making of the nation state of the Republic of Kenya, when God brought together 43 different nations with different dialects, with different cultures, to constitute one entity called the Sovereign Republic of Kenya. And that is where today, proudly, under our president, under the flag, and our currency, we have one united country. And therefore, I want to appeal to you, let's support the government of the day. One of the things that has affected this group, Your Excellency, is the issue of livestock marketing. During the colonial time, we used to have an organized livestock marketing routes. We used to have cattle migration routes. We used to have holding grounds, and KMC used to function. Your Excellency, the other day when we were in Baringo, I watched something. One of the colleagues said here, cattle rustling started after 1974. The question is, why was cattle rustling not there during the colonial time, and why is it rampant? Your Excellency, one of the things that has exacerbated and increased cattle rustling, which is actually the talk all over, is because of lack of livestock marketing. Your Excellency, the camel herder in my constituency has only one source of market, that is Ethiopia and Djibouti. And therefore, what has flourished right now are commercial cattle rustlers who benefit from that particular market. What they do is they steal from here, take them across the border, export them or sell them to the other parts. Your Excellency, one of the things that will be pleading with you, and I know you will give us an opportunity to plan, is how to have a number of abattoirs in some of these counties, so that the cattle owner, the camel owner, the sheep owner can find, like now Wajir, Your Excellency, we have the second largest airport. Wajir can supply actually meat to the whole world. What it requires is a functioning abattoir. Your Excellency, the other bit which has affected, of course the issue of climate change is something that affects everybody. The other bit that has affected is the issue of perennial drought. Your Excellency, one of the things that you have been to a number of countries, a country like Spain is almost as, is a desert. A country like Saudi Arabia, Israel, Jordan, and many other countries. What they have done is, and I hope that policy that we have announced the other day will be implemented, is to harvest rainwaters actually from the torrential waters. If that is done, it can either be in the form of ponds or dams. Some of these things, the issue of food security will not be a problem. Your Excellency, we as a community, and I've used the word we are disorganized, because if every now and then we have problems in our backyard, and we invite for your attention, we invite you to come and solve, it is the high time that we as the leadership, we own and say and pronounce ourselves that we have challenges in our backyards, challenges that never used to be there during the colonial time, and say never again will this be used as an impediment by the policy planners, by the government, because every time when a minister comes, it's insecurity. This clan has clashed with this. This group has stolen from this. I think it's also we need to make that commitment that we need to get rid of this from our backyards.